Hi guys. So I don't know if I already filmed this. I actually don't know. So I think I'm going to do a new intro for this video. Let me give a background story. I have all my life been, and of course my phone goes off. Always been tired, sleepy. Going into a car after starting driving, I'll fall asleep for about after 10 minutes, something like that. Never paid attention to it. Even my dad and my family and my doctors and everyone, no one paid attention to it. Everyone always called me a fat girl, just nasty things. And I have always been snoring. To that point when I got about 13, I think, 12, 13. Probably 12. My father told my doctor it sounded like I stopped breathing when I was sleeping. So I went in and got the two things removed from my throat that can make you snore. I don't know what they're called in English, but they're called mandler og polyper in Danish. Mandler and polyper. So I kid you not. Last year I was with Laura down to Germany, and I said when we were gonna book something, hey, we need separate rooms because I snore like crazy. No one can handle being near me. So okay, that's fine. So she booked, and then she stayed up and listened to when I was snoring. The next day she told me, I think you got the same thing as me. Sleep amnesia. Amnesia? I can't speak. Technically what it is you stop breathing. And when you stop breathing, when you sleep, your body go into panic mode. That's the short. I'm not a doctor, so I'm pretty sure doctors out there can tell you a little bit more about it, but I'm just telling you the basis for what I have been told. So she said, hey, get checked out. And I was just, one more thing. That went almost a year. We are just 2 months from the next trip at the same time at the year. And I have from another one been told I might actually have PTSD too because of the traumatic experience when I was a child by being bullied all the way up through school, through getting my education, through being in a workspace at a factory or anything else. I was bullied. Being called fat, being called all different things. I'm not even going to start because I can go down the rabbit hole of how much I have been treated bad. But I thought, okay, let's get both things checked out at the same time. Now we at it. So I went to the doctor and he said, okay, let's send you over. So he sent me to Viborg to get checked out for the sleep thing. And then he just sent out an open invite for any psychiatrist or whatever it's called to get the opportunity to examine me if I have PTSD. No one biting that one yet. I'm still looking for someone. However, the sleep thing, I got a time last week on, I believe it was Tuesday. No, Wednesday, sorry, Wednesday. And went down, had a little long chat, got home with 2 small things this size I had to put on my chest. I got, just a second, I got things I have to adhere to my color displays, to my things that was going into my nose, things that were being attached to my legs, because apparently I was a lot more active in the night, I thought. So we were debating even checking that, but I said, hey, let's just do it to be sure. And I know I have, because I've been told I'll sit up in bed yelling something, and then I'll just slam my arm out to the side or do something like that. And the one beside me that had been sleeping beside will get up and say, hey, what's going on? Then they'll get my arm in smack in the face. So am I vile or very active when I'm sleeping? Yes. Apparently I were when I was a child. So let's get it checked anyways. So I got a long instruction on how everything was going to be sitting. Spent 15 minutes at the evening to put everything on me. And went to sleep. Slept for about 7 hours. Got up. Anton, the cat, the white cat, was playing with one of the things from my leg. So I wrote that it might have detached, or it might have teared off, something like that. And I got all the information written down from the night, and I went down with it the next morning. And I was told originally I had to go to work, then he told me not to come to work. The next day, they called me. Yeah, Marie, you got a lot. So, in an hour, I stopped breathing. Let's just make it easy numbers for anyone to understand. I stopped breathing 41, so let's round up to 45 minutes, or actually times, and that's about a minute each time. So from that episode starts to it's over with me stop breathing, then start catching my breath, about a minute each time. So, or just barely a minute. So that's 45 minutes and 1 hour. The last 15 minutes of that hour, I'm running a marathon. Moving around, trying to catch my breath. Which means I'm not sleeping at all. And then I started like that, and I just, this is actually not a laughing thing to be laughing about. I said, you know what, I know, and I'm not trying to laugh, but there's just so many things that make sense now. Well, she was glad something made sense. So she wanted me to get on a machine immediately, as fast as I could, but we had a long weekend. So she wasn't sure when she was gonna get me on a machine, but she was trying as fast as she could. And I said, okay, just call me when I have to be down there. She called me, that was a Friday, she called me about that. She called me was it Tuesday? Monday or Tuesday. That we got someone changed the time so they couldn't come. So you got early time in. You have to be here tomorrow at 11. I'm just fine. Lucky for me, I already know that I have the time off. So that was nothing but perfect. So I went down there. We talked a little bit, and I was actually thinking before I even got down there which mask I was going to get, because they had one that only went into nose, one where we have covered this much, and one with the full face. And because of how I sleep, I suggested that I'll probably for the full face. So she says, fine, we're gonna do that. And of course the machine makes trouble when we get down there. So got everything figured out, and we got I got more instructions on how to put it together, when to clean it, and all that kind of stuff. And then I went home. 3 months, I have to go down there again to get a checkup. So the first night, I went in and decided to call them when they opened up. And they said they got all the information, and there was 1.4, excuse me, times in an hour it could not stop me from stop breathing. That was quite impressive, just from that machine. And I also told them that I felt a lot better that morning. My the ribbon thing that's running on the back side of your leg, from the heel and all the way up back to the back of the thigh, that didn't hurt. My feet didn't feel like I was going on top of a board with needles poking up on the sharp side, and I had probably about 15% more of energy when I got out of bed. That was an improvement. And since that day, there's only one day where I haven't been sleeping with the mask the entire night, and after that night I was drained from energy. So I know I have to sleep with that mask. There even been days here where I have no incident where I could not breathe. It has been on 0. I'm gonna show you the numbers. So that's kind of impressive. So it's fine. It's perfect. They also told me that weight loss is a big thing about this. Not to go on diet, but when your body is stressed because it doesn't get that deep sleep, it cannot lose weight, and it will actually gain more. Which means even when I'm trying to lose weight, I'm actually stressing my body even more than it already is. So that makes sense for why my dieting is not working for more than 25 kilos each time. And he said, yes, that's actually a thing. So the day when I went down to get the machine, I measured and I weighed myself. I measured my lower leg, my thigh, shin and thigh, is that what it's called? And this part, under the elbow, this part, the part over my stomach button thingy, the mid stomach and just this part around. And the weight said 198.1. Yeah. And 5 days later, went on the weight again to weigh. I lost 2.1. I have not been dying. I've been eating everything like I used to, and I have also been eating sweets. There's nothing that's changed. So getting sleep definitely changed everything. So let me show you the machine. So this is the machine, it's called that. This is my water thing that has to go in here. And this one tells me how much I slept. So that's how much I slept last night. That's how many times I stopped breathing. And that's how well my mask fits. And it said it fits fine tonight. This is my numbers. So out to the left is my weight. The next is how much I slept. The next one is how many times I stopped breathing. And the next one is how many times I woke up in the night. And after that, there is a little bit of text. That's if there is any specific things, like if it's used a lot of water. If number 3 from the top, it said something about CA3 out in the text. Yeah, I slept for about 3 hours without the mask. On top of those 4 hours of 55. I can put 3 hours more on top of that. And this is the full mask I have to sleep with. What they did tell me were if the water I have in the house is very filled with that white thing, like plaster kind of thing, like when you plaster mold. If it's very much filled with that, we call it kalk here in Denmark, I should probably boil the water. I decided not to risk anything, and I'm using bought water I know there's no problem with. And that's an expense I'm willing to pay for my health. But this is the machine I am gonna be using for probably the rest of my life, to be honest. Unless something changes in a certain way. But yeah, I hope this was a little bit information-wise correctly for you guys. I just want to give you an update and tell you a little about what was going on. I'm gonna throw in somewhere, probably around here somewhere else, I'm gonna throw in they have 3 masks, and I at least have a picture of 2 of them. I cannot remember if I have any other pictures taken. They are on my phone if I have them, and I will show them in this section. But this machine will send the information down to them through the wide web, and there is actually an app to this one that should be able to connect with my phone, but my phone is too old, so I can't actually do that. And I don't need it on my phone. I have to write everything down, so that's fine. So that's my update. I hope you enjoy, and I will keep you guys updated in the future time. Oh yeah, there is a filter on the backside I need to change once every 3 months. The mask need to be the mask and the hose thing that's in the front. That one has to be washed once a week with non-perfume soap. And the water tank has to be rinsed every single day and kept out for air drying. And the same with the mask net, air drying. So I'm planning on actually washing all of this tomorrow when I have the day off, before I'm going down to Laura's place where we are gonna be doing some pottery. Good morning, guys. Just a little extra input for this video. It's Wednesday morning and I went on the weight 3 days ago. Had lost about 2 kilos and 1 gram. Today I lost 1 kilo and 9 grams, and I need 10 grams to give a kilo. So on that weight, that is. So technically 2 kilos in 3 days. If I keep that up, and be aware, and this may go a little bit underneath the belt, I haven't been pooping for the last 2 days. And I have been eating chicken in sweet and sour sauce with a lot, and I do mean a lot, of rice. And I've probably been what they call overeating of that. But again, when I eat, I was hungry and I ate until I wasn't hungry anymore. And then I stopped. So the only thing I changed about that recipe were, instead of using my usual oil, I used olive oil. Only thing I changed. That should not be enough, but maybe because of the machine, the two combined is not, or probably more the machine, it is enough. Which gonna make me think, if I get down to 150, 60, 70, 170, I have passed the 25 kilos, sorry, the 125 kilos. I passed those. If I pass those, that means I have passed the problem I usually have on my diet whenever I go on diets, lifestyle change, or whatever you want to call it. If that's is it, and I actually calculated this morning, if I drop 2 kilos every 3 days, by the 1st of December, I should be down to my normal weight this year. I would be very, very, very happy if that's it. Very happy. Because that means, and I'm almost starting to cry now, if that's the truth, if that's how it's gonna go, the trip I want to do to the US and to France. Yes, I want to go to France. I want to go to Disney World. And I want to go to New York. Yeah, I've talked about that in my videos before. If that is, I won't have to pay for a special seat because I won't be too wide to sit in the seat. Laura, my friend, has been out traveling recently in a plane, and she said you have to pay for 2 seats because the seats are not very big. And I remember when I was sitting in a seat when I was weighing about 150, I was glad I was sitting beside one of my friends because a stranger wouldn't allow me to fill this much over the seat line. If this works, by November I'll be normal. Why did no one ever, when I was a child, think about this could have been the problem? Not one. Not of any of my teachers. And I feel silly like starting crying in the middle of the morning even when I'm feeling fresh. But this is a very, very, very emotional moment for me. And I hope you guys can understand that. Well, I have to go to work crying of happiness. I'm speechless. And yes, I filmed this clip when I said yesterday that I was gonna edit, and I never got to edit. Because I ended up going down to Laura's place and doing art stuff and talking about some things. Anyone please leave a comment. Nice comments, please. If you heard about anything like this before, because I am speechless. But I have to go to work, so I just want to put in this little clip. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will keep you updated on hopefully this playlist. Bye guys.